All right, it's the episode for August 15th. It's definitely being recorded after midnight because not only did I sleep a really long second nap to 10:30, I then had a bloody nose about near 11:30, 11:45. So, yeah, I figured postpone. But I still have the energy. We're going to try to record this. And, we got business to get down to. We got business to get down to here, starting it off, this time without a tour of my new home. Because I announced a contest last week. Yes. Some details came out about the creator of my original intro song. And it also, we're going to go with it's a good time to get a new song anyways. New move, new time, fresh start. Get a new video that's not a stack of CDs that was on my desk. Now has a home on a shelf, as you saw in the video last week. But yeah, so we've got a new submission. I know we got another submission almost done based on emails. And plus, should we revisit now that it's in a proper intro to tell you about this, which I'm running through September 7th right now. All entries expected by the 7th. If you need any more time, let me know, and we can try to accommodate. But should we revisit those first ones from last week, and then we'll get to the new one? All right, we'll start with the new one. All right, I hear you. I hear you. But yes, this one. It's from Gringo Bill and Jeremy Wood. You might recognize those names from, founding some Mesa Town band, Authority Zero. Which is super cool. But let's listen to this. Let's give this a listen, see what we think.
Enjoy the show.
Oh, I like that at the end. That's really cool. Oh, it's going to loop too. We can now pause that. But yeah, that's really cool. And that touch at the end is really good with Jeremy saying, enjoy the show. Ooh, man, competition's fierce. Or maybe I'll just have a rotation of these, depending on how many we're going to be cycling through. But yeah, so at the end of this, I'm going to put up a poll. I'm starting to weigh now maybe putting it on the website, but maybe we'll still keep it to socials and just combine the votes. But yeah, that's really cool. And all right, so now if you didn't make it through last week's intro of my tour and to find out about this, you probably didn't hear some of these. So let's get into the other ones we've had so far submitted. Let's start with Scott Gesser here. Which I really like. I mean, it can be tough. This is a jam in tooling. I still think it's keys. It could be guitar. Yeah, definitely a winner. If I was deciding it, at least one of the winners. All right, and then we had Jesse Yonkers.
Every show, says go. Every show, says go. What is going on this week? I'll open my browser.
It's definitely more punk rock.
Every show, says go. Every show, says go. Friday to Friday, list the bands so you can make a plan.
I described
Every
it.
says go. Every show,
Also featured in El Google Diablo, standing at the back. I'm sure there's 23 other bands I'm forgetting he's in, but still awesome. And then we also had Johnny Gimmick submit one, which, let's get right into it. Totally rolling in. It really does make me think of a radio show. I said it last week. It's like you're rolling into a radio show. All right. Also, this is apparently a case of something okay later. Yep, welcome to another episode. This is why I'm putting it up as a poll. I don't know if I can choose between all these. There's more coming. If you do want to submit, the information's also on everyshowjoe.com. Look at depth of field. Oh, I broke the illusion. There's a shadow. It's on the website. It's also, you can email me at joe@everyshowjoe.com. If you want that email again, joe@everyshowjoe.com. Take MP3 waves preferred. If you have a Dropbox or a Google Drop or SoundCloud, I think I can download off that. Also, we'll accept or and YouTube video. Though I can't. Well, I could download videos, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out when time comes. But there's the first 4 entries into the new theme contest, and I fucking love all of them. I honestly. This is also why it helps to have some feedback, because I don't know if I could choose. So helping me choose will be awesome. And yeah, the other idea that was thrown out there, and is a really good idea, and maybe back my way into doing some weird indie label, but putting them in a little compilation on like Bandcamp for free or something. Anyways, so there you go. There's some awesomeness. I can't wait to hear more entries as we go through the weeks. But speaking of Every Show Joe has shows to tell you about, I got some to tell you about. So, well, let's get into it. That's weird when I don't have an opening. How about this? We'll just roll right into it with one of these. How's that? All right, so let's go. We can cut. Next week, just remind me, Yonkers. All right. But yeah, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go, where I'm recommending shows with musicians, with artists that I think fucking rule, that you're going to probably think fucking rule. And even if you don't know 3 of the 4 bands, you'll probably enjoy them. I'm just going to give credit to the promoters or the people organizing the shows, which are often the bands or the musicians. They're usually very complimentary, great bands around other bands that are. And there's nothing better than the sense of discovery of new music. I fucking do it almost every week. I found 2 more ska bands. I know, Jeremy Judy. I know. I fucking think it's awesome. Like Space Monkey Mafia, fucking. I couldn't believe what I was listening to. They were so good. So good. And then Something to Do, weirdly enough, is the name of the band. But also really good. Found him looking at the SPI Festival lineup this weekend and reading comments on recommendations of people to catch out. So, easy. And just awesome discovering new music. But also, of course, every week advocating to mask indoors at shows as a courtesy to your immunocompromised friends, as protection for yourself and others around you, and touring artists, especially touring artists that this could disrupt. And as we're seeing through wastewater tests, the summer surge is here. So definitely protect yourselves. Also watching the comments of the dumbest conspiracies. And I assume bots. Oh my god. What a world, right? But yeah, so definitely always encourage masking indoors at these shows. Don't end up with long COVID, even with a lesser infection can occur, as it has for me over 3 months and a month. So, always encouraging. Other things that I like to encourage every week, of course, is housekeeping. Be sure to follow wherever you're watching this, and if you like it, be sure to hit that like button. Also, if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button over there. Helps me, it's free. Helps you also get notifications when these go live, and it is, as I try to do them around having chronic fatigue because of this stupid blowing COVID. So, yes, get notification when this content goes live. Also, helps me as those numbers go up. I get access to new features like ad revenue, and then I can start making quarter of a pennies on those ads you skip after 6 seconds. Don't worry, I do it too. So. Well, sometimes, if it's a YouTube video I'm watching that I like, I will sit it out. It depends when it interrupts my videos. But yeah, of course, other things that you can do is go to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Yes, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Consider it like tipping me for putting together these lists. Process that takes 2 to 3 hours, plus recording and uploading and putting it all together. And helps me maintain equipment and lighting and see, and web hosting costs, as those have gone up. But yeah, so you can always support that way. And by going over to that website, we put the carousel back on. Hopefully, let me know if the links don't work. So you can check out all the photography work. The most recent concert stuff is in that 3-thing carousel at the top. Plus the 3 looking back at everything I've gone through each year, pretty much, of tests and specialists and doctors, as we've eliminated everything but COVID at this point, to blame for my chronic fatigue. So, yay. But also, yeah, check out stuff like the most recent thing I brought my camera to is Jer, who has that amazing brand new album. If you haven't checked it out, go check out Jer's new album. Playing with Devin Kane Solutions, some favorite fucking people of mine. Susie True, Spicy Mayo, also some favorite fucking people of mine. But yeah, all that fun stuff's on there. And then, of course, you're like, what is this awesome tune that's on this episode? And I'm like, I can't hear it. Actually, I can't hear it because it gets added on after. But still, regardless, it is off of that brand new TA80 album. You know, matching shirt. A little more detail in this one. Though they're still flesh colored, right? But yeah, it is All My Friends Are Enemies of the State off of this brand new album, which is fucking cool. Check them out, T80. And then, yeah, of course, every week I like to stress, every fucking week, fuck racism, fuck sexism, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, all this hateful bullshit that's being amplified by the current administration and the right, and even some of those fucking followers that feel his narrow victory was somehow emboldening them in their ways of this shit. Yeah. So I like to throw out their ways to be proactive. Let's try to counter that, try to improve that, hopefully break through to some of these people. But of course, one big one that's been organizing stuff and a great social media account to follow too. But 5051, I have all these can be found, by the way, at everyshowjoe.com/get involved. It's in the menu, get involved. But yeah, so I have a link to their website for the protests they organize. But they're also, putting out stuff and tagging stuff, and been seeing updates about how people have actively been protesting the shit in Washington, D.C., which is awesome to see. So really, really good stuff. Another thing that's linked on there is the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, especially with the genocide going on there by Israel to the Palestinians. I had that on there if you want to throw money toward it. They're trying to do what they can around the sanctions and blocks that Israel's been doing, but try and see if we can help. Also, Abortion Fund of Arizona, as the right and this administration tries to take away stuff that you might be thinking, I thought we codified it in that state constitution. I suppose we did. But their federal law usurps state law and so forth. So they're trying to still remove it. And remove access to birth control and that. So, fuck that. For choice there. So I got links there, which is a great organization for information and resource on top of helping with that stuff. Of course, Black Lives Matters linked to on there, with the Phoenix one being I'm from Phoenix. Also, Put Air in Action, a great organization, also doing similar work of tearing down systems with racism built in and, building up something in their place without it, which is awesome. More. Also, we got links to 1 in 10, great LGBTQ youth organization. ACLU's linked to on there. FirstNations.org. Stop Asian American Pacific Islander Hate's on there. Great organizations they have activities to get involved with. So if you have the time, you go out there, all that fun stuff. And if you don't, and you have the money, you still donate to them. Also got the ACLU link to on there. Great organizations doing a lot of the legal fights right now with these horrible and unconstitutional things being attempted by current administration. So there's that. We also got links to Feed Phoenix, helping our homeless here as is becoming a issue and validation for some reason in Washington, D.C. Also, Punk Rock Saves Lives. They're helping across the country. You've probably seen them at a show on some of these national tours, even helping out mental health and all. So, great organizations. Fine if those are just suggestions. So if you have other ones that you like and you want to support, go support. Let's just try to make the world a better place. How about that? And we'll try to just improve people's understanding and misunderstandings out there. And yeah, let's put up a good fight. And then, of course, I'm already jumping in again. Of course, you're like, also, how do I support my favorite bands, my favorite artists? You know, like buy the shirts. This awesome one T8 has got. Buy the albums. Mm-hmm. You might even buy the pins if they sell them. I'm just going to keep throwing out T8. So, you can even get these fun wristbands like the Stacked Like Pancake Nation one. I still don't know what to do about this. Wear them all. We'll just have wristbands down my arm. Some of them are the same, I think. Regardless, we never found anything. What is... Oh, I'm like, what is around? That's those earplugs. But yeah, the best way is to go to that merch booth and support your favorite bands and artists. And then the other best way is to go to their merch websites. If they have a direct store, most money they'll make is directly from them. Even if you go into their Bandcamp, they take, 15 or 18%? So consider that if you want to add a little more to it. But also still apparently smaller than some of the other stores take percentages-wise. But yeah, go support the artists directly. That's the way they make the most money. Plus, the most fun way. That's split between the venue, the artists, and security and all that. But that is going to a show. And, of course, advocating every week some really cool ones. I can still tell you about the 15th in your lab. There's at least one that I added on here that I know you're going to hear about too late. But we got Gnarly World in the Bridge, The Gap, with Sick in the Head, Scorpion vs. Transcendent, Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. Got Something Outrageous Tour Kickoff with Rad Stacy and Fractured Obscurity at Candied Records, 6:30 p.m. That's one that I found a little late. It's on here. Barrel, Jerk Officers, and Family Secret over at Ground Zero Studio. Supervillains and the B Foundation of the Valley Wire, 7 p.m. Titans of the Industry, Whisper Litzia, Sympathy Card at the Nile, 8 p.m. The Morning Star, 666, Napalm Strike, Bleach Party USA, and Overthinking of the Brick Box down at Tucson. So, yeah, now that we're actually on the day that I'm recording, by like an hour, we got Titties, Ass, and Punk Rock Volume 7 featuring Tenacious B, Louis on tour, and El Googly Diablo. Speaking of Jesse Yankis, Yucca Tap, 9 p.m. Got Dakota Avenue with the Refrigerator Nurses, Tripolar, Rectified, and AG Session at Metalheads, 8 p.m. They're calling themselves the Four Horsemen, featuring Angel's Head, Cheekbone, Vipera, and Sneak, which, why this is on here is Sneak is former Heavy Breather and Det members. They're at the Beast. So, what? No, I thought they closed. Apparently they're trying shows again, which is the Cornish Pasty in Tempe, 8:30 p.m. We also got Bad Cactus Brass Band at Crescent Ballroom, 2:30 p.m. So you can get that one there in the afternoon, and get one of those awesome burritos that I always advocate with, and then go to one of the other shows. And then Sunday we got another matinee show for you. Got Liar's Handshake, The Dark Hearts, and Whiskey Famine at the Yucca Tap, 2 p.m. for you. And then you can make it out to this other one, Prefect, Dreamcast, Phantom Spring Chambers at the Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, I got nothing here for you to relax, right? Summer months, must stuff. Wednesday, though, we got Bit Brigade performs Mega Man X live. How cool is that? And, there's someone locally here that would be super appropriate, right? Let's see, who else is on this bill? We got Toxic Eternity. No, that's not it. But also, be sure to get there for them. Mega Ran. Oh, there he is. What a fun show. Mega Ran is also helping open up that Bit Brigade show at the Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. So get there early, check that out. And then also we've got Alien Ant Farm with And the Hero Prevails. It's Fine and Incidental at the Nile Theater, 7 p.m. Thursday, I got nothing. Then Friday, this is a band that I don't think I've seen live. I know, covering my mouth while I talk is horrible. But go check them out. Codename Rocky, really good ska band. Plus, I got the Goodwin Club and Torn of the Seam at the Yucca Tap, 9 p.m. start. Got Reverend Beatman. I'm noticing a typo in my notes, that's all. Reverend Beatman, Puppy and the Handjobs, The Spastics, and DJ Sonic Moronic over at Chopper Jaws, 9 p.m. start also over there. Steven Lendrum, you might know as Meatbag, his tour kickoff at the Mad Hatter Health and Kava, 8 p.m. Plus, down in Tucson, a really good one. We got Fishbone back in Arizona down there, playing with Bocat and Swigfoot at Club Congress. Oh, yeah, 8 p.m. So there you go. There's some awesome stuff. There's some awesome music. I guess that's it. I don't have anything else other than to finish this, get them uploaded, and then fall asleep. So I guess that's all I'm going to have for you. So if you're going to be out at a show, be sure to have fun. Of course, share the bands and the artists that you fucking love. Pictures, music, whatever, video. The bands will super appreciate it and super here to see it if you tag them. And then also, if you're drinking, be sure to ride share or get a DD. Be safe out there, but have fun. Enjoy the shows. I live vicariously through you and your socials lately. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And then I guess that's it. So till next week, take care.